Hello, Scorpio. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and I'm here to give you your What's the Tea Tarot reading for the week of May 26, 2024. In this reading, I'll be drawing 3 cards from the What's the Tea Oracle deck. I will clarify those cards with tarot, and I'll close out the reading by drawing you some letters. Please remember, this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized or personalized to you, and therefore it's quite possible that not every message that comes through today will resonate with you. And if that's the case, it just means it's meant for another Scorpio. I do encourage you to watch your sun, moon, rising placements in order to get a more comprehensive message. Let's try to hop on your timeline now and give you some idea about what you can expect this week. Tapping into the Scorpio collective for the week of May 26, 2024. What do they not see coming? What do they need to know about? And what do they need to prepare for? We'll do one more shuffle here, please, and thank you. First card out, we have Dust It Off. Second card, Stalker. Someone could be obsessively watching you online, or you could be obsessively watching someone or trying to get information on them. And then Fake Smile. So again, could be you trying to make it appear that a situation is better than what it actually is, or this could actually be someone very close in your inner circle, in your energy, pretending to be happy for you when they're really not. So we'll see what tarot has. Bottom of the tarot deck, I always say this is what you don't see coming. Bottom of What's the Tea Oracle deck are issues you will have to contend with this week, but to a lesser degree than the 3 cards on the table. We have in their head, someone is definitely overthinking, overstressed, and overanalyzing a situation, either you or someone very close in your energy. Someone definitely wants you back. So this could be a place of employment, wants you to return. Could be a friend or a friend group or a community group or even a former lover. And then you have creeping. Yeah, so between that stalker and creeping, someone is definitely trying to get information on you. I want to look at one more. Same crap every day. This could be something that this person has as part of their daily routine, is to look you up online. So just be mindful of that. Maybe you want to check your security settings, privacy settings on all of your social media accounts this week. Let's get into tarot. Dust It Off. What does Scorpio need to know about Dust It Off? One more shuffle here, please. And thank you. Dust It Off, clarified by the Knight of Wands. Why the Knight of Wands? I need 3 cards, please, to clarify the Knight of Wands. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Knight of Wands, further clarified by 6 of Cups, Knight of Cups, and the Emperor. Why is Stalker card here for Scorpio? What do they need to know about the Stalker card? Let's get one more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Stalker card, clarified by the Chariot. Why the Chariot? Why the Chariot? 3 cards for the Chariot, please. We'll do one more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The Chariot, further clarified by the Devil, the Death card, and the 9 of Cups. Fake Smiles. Why is Fake Smiles here? What does Scorpio need to know about this? We had the Knight of Pentacles, hopped right out for the slowest knight in the deck. It was the first card to jump out. Why the Knight of Pentacles for Fake Smiles? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Knight of Cups, or Knight of Pentacles, sorry, clarified by the World card, the Queen of Wands, and the 4 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have Justice to the King of Cups, to the 2 of Swords, and sneaking up behind that, we have the 6 of Pentacles and the Hierophant. All right, Scorpio. We'll begin with finance, and then we'll get into love. Dust It Off. You had the Knight of Wands. Stalker, you had the Chariot card. Sorry, I just like arranging them in a certain way while the messages come through to me. Okay, gotcha. Okay. For those of you in a current employment situation where things have not been going well lately, I do see this week a higher up, someone in a managerial or authoritative position at work. Could be someone that you deem at times to be toxic, or maybe the person themselves, they don't have toxic traits, but maybe they have what you would consider to be like toxic addiction. So maybe they smoke, or they excessively drink off the clock, or they like to gamble. Again, this is just to give you an idea of who this person is in your work environment. If you felt lately like someone has been watching you at work, paying attention to how much you've been producing, or whether you're clocking in at the right time, or are you taking too many breaks during the day, you're right. There is someone who's actually in a managerial position who has some sort of toxic trait, or maybe just has some toxic personality issues. This person has been like obsessively watching you at work. And I think what this person intended to do was to try to find something out about you, you know, to maybe like try to end your job there or close out a cycle with you working there. But I think the opposite has happened. I think this individual has realized that you are quite the go-getter. That when things happen at work and maybe there are bumps in the road, you just kind of shrug it off, dust it off, and you continue on. I think they find your work speed to be like very quick, very exemplary. You're very victorious in the projects that are given to you. Yeah, I think this person watching you actually ended up being a good thing. I think they went from an individual who was maybe fake smiling you in the hallway or at the water cooler or something like that, with the intent of trying to find something like, aha, you know, Scorpio didn't do blah, 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 or Scorpio was late 3 days in a row. But I think quite the opposite has happened. I think you've shown them that you are quite the go-getter. You can be very methodical and efficient when it comes to doing your job. When projects are under a deadline, you do them very quickly. You are victorious. I think this person is actually quite shocked, and they have become quite enamored with you in a professional sense. So good on you for winning that person over. I don't know what they'll do with it. I don't see anything like a discussion or a review or a raise or anything like that. I just think this person was really in their head for quite some time, trying to get a I gotcha moment on you at work. That's how I'm feeling. And the opposite has happened. I think they're feeling quite foolish, and they don't really know what to do now. They're in contemplation on what to do with this new information that they've collected since they've been watching you. For some of you, they've been watching you for the last 4 weeks. So if you felt that you had eyes on you at work, you are absolutely correct. This is your confirmation of that. For others of you where you have been okay at work, I mean, you've been there a long time, or you feel like the place is very familiar, it's very routine based, right? It's really Knight of Pentacles. You go in every day, you do the same thing. I think there's a burning desire inside of you to do something that's a little bit more fun, a little bit more creative, something that it has a little adventure to it or makes you feel adventurous, something that brings out your creative side. And in that respect, I do see you starting to put out applications, or at least thinking about all this love that I have for this industry, this job, this particular thing that I do every day. I see you reflecting on it this week, and many of you then deciding, you know what, I should really take my tools and my skills and my love, my passion for this, and see if there's somewhere else I can go. And in that respect, for those of you that have been looking for another job, I think it comes in quite quickly. I think you get something that you land a job that you've always wanted. You may have to travel some distance for it with the Chariot card, but I think it brings for you long-term financial abundance. I think you put an end to the boring, possibly toxic environment that you're currently in. So for those of you that have been contemplating leaving a job or just seeing what's out there, I certainly would never tell anyone to quit their job on the spot. But for those of you that are just looking for another job, maybe you feel this place is too fake. You've outgrown it. It's very restrictive. It's possibly for some of you toxic. Yeah, I think if you take the initiative, the Knight of Wands, take the initiative to go out there and actually see what other job opportunities are out there for you, even if it means maybe you have to go from working from home to maybe actually commuting. I think you either way end up landing a dream job that you absolutely love. It fills all 9 of your cups. Your wishes are fulfilled, and it's very financially abundant for you for the long haul. I think it brings financial justice into your life. And going to work there or working at that place will be really like emotionally balancing for you. If this last place was toxic, or you felt very stressed out, or it was difficult for you to just dust things off because the toxicity was just increasing, or maybe there was a lack of respect for you there. Yeah, I think if you get enough courage, enough Knight of Wands in you to see what's out there, I think you'll be giving this job their notice within 4 weeks. I do think that you find another job that you absolutely love and brings financial justice to you. Look at that. It's like once you make the decision to go out there, you find the job that will actually pay you what you are worth. Complete reciprocity and respect for the long run. So if you felt the urge to apply, this is your cue to do just that. In regards to love, regardless of who you're dating, I'm going to give you some signs. Could be a fire sign, so that would be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Definitely strong Aries here. Capricorn, Scorpio, which is you. We have Cancer and Libra. Now, it could be any sign, so take those signs how they resonate. For the Scorpios who are single, and you kind of have been going in and out of relationships. Maybe, you know, I think you're the flighty nighty here, with all due respect. I think you're one of those people. If it resonates, don't force it and don't get mad at me. I think some of you out there are afraid of commitment, or you've been so burned in the past that you don't know if you want to be in a long-term committed relationship again. In that respect, I think you're out and being lustful and having a great time. The issue is you're having a difficult time finding someone to totally settle down with and start this, you know, this new world, this start this new cycle in your life. The world card does speak of travel, but to start this new cycle of your life, kind of put an end to your singlehood because you're just not stable enough. And I don't mean that in a bad way, in a derogatory way. I mean, you like having a good time, and some of you are a bit of a commitment phobe, and because of that, you're having a really hard time finding someone to settle down. The lust is there, the action is there, the passion is there, but once it starts getting too heavy, emotionally heavy, you seem to bail. You self-sabotage, and you kind of put a nail in the coffin and you get the hell out of Dodge. Now, for those of you where that storyline is resonating with you, I think the next person who crosses your path, you're going to make a big mistake by doing that, because that person is either an emperor or an empress, and by that I mean they have their crap together. This person has their own home. They are a soulmate connection or a former soul life companion of yours. This person can really take your life into a whole different direction. They are not a toxic individual. They've done a lot of healing work. They could very well be, I believe, fulfill all your wishes. They're your 9 of Cups. And they definitely have the potential to go to the 10 of Cups. Absolutely. This person makes good money. They are fiery and they are sexy, and they are a leader and a commander of their own life, whether they are male or female. They like to travel. They like good rest. They like good relaxation. I think for those of you who want to settle down, you need to get really serious about it up here. Because up here, I think some of you are still a little too afraid of commitment because of some former love that scarred you. So you actually need to do a lot of healing, because you have this individual out there waiting in the wings for you. Now, what's meant for you will never pass you by, but the longer it takes you to heal from whatever occurred in your past, the more you will delay meeting this truly fabulous soulmate of yours that I feel is waiting for you, and could very well be an Aries or a fire sign. Really heavy on the Aries, and that's just what I'm feeling off of the card. So that's all I'm going to say to you, is that if you want to settle down, it's time to really work on your healing. And then part of your healing is working on some of the commitment and trust issues you have, so you can finally meet this individual, because like I said, they are waiting in the wings for you. For those of you that you have been in a relationship for quite some time, it has ended or it has paused, there was some toxicity there. I think if you connect with that person this week, you'll find out that they actually kind of want to dust off the past, and they want to rebirth an entirely new relationship with you. They do see you as their 9 of Cups. You do fulfill their wishes, check off all their boxes. And for those of you that choose to reach out to an ex and do the healing work together, I think you see some really great advancement on how to move forward into a new chapter, heal together, and really plant something solid for the long run. Create a plan for the long haul, like for the long run of stability for both of your lives. For those of you that are waiting for this person to come back to you, I don't think you have to wait much longer. I really don't. I think this person is reflecting a lot. I think they're trying to get their stuff together. What I'm missing off the table are a lot of pentacles. So where this person may be an emperor or empress, and in their lives. I think they're just focusing on their money, to be quite honest, because in tarot, I always look at what's missing as well. And I feel like for this person, they could just be maybe a little bit more focused on work, a little more focused on money. And that might be why they're not reaching out to you. They might not feel ready. They might not feel that they're able to give you what you need or what you want. But do I think they're going to contact you within the next, I would say next 4 weeks? Yeah, absolutely. And I think once they do, the relationship takes off very quickly. You have the Chariot, the Death card is the rebirth, the world is a whole new chapter. But if you both definitely have to heal and heal together. I think you can speed up the process if you contact them first. Some of you may actually even like get in their car and drive to you, like drive to them. For others of you, they will drive to you. They'll try to contact you a few times, and if you don't respond back, this person might actually show up where you live or where you work. For others of you, you have an individual from your past that is obsessed with you. I don't know if you know this. This person drives by your house a lot. This person is very toxic. They could have an alcohol addiction. This person is always telling you that they're changing. They're changing. They want to change. They're not changing. I have to tell you, their energy is not changing. But I think they are obsessed with you. I think they watch you online. I think they drive by your job. I think they drive by your house. And I think they deny it. I think if you were to ask them if they did all of these things, I think they would deny it. This person definitely wants another shot with you. But this individual is, like I said, very toxic. I don't believe that they have learned any lessons. I don't believe that they have healed. I can only go by the energy. So if this person does reach out to you, I just want you to use your intuition moving forward with them. I think face to face, they're very smiley and happy, and everything is great. But behind the scenes, there's a lot of inner work that this person needs to work on, and I don't believe they have even started the process. I think during the separation, they're out dating multiple people or sleeping around. I don't really think this person has dealt with any of the toxicities that led to the breakdown in the relationship at all. So you have a couple of different storylines there. If you're single, you very well could be the flighty nighty. And in that respect, I suggest if you want to settle down that you work on healing any commitment issues you may have and trust issues, because I do think you have a very wonderful divine soulmate waiting for you in the wings. For those of you where you have separated from someone or disconnected and you both have done the healing work and you want to reconnect, either they're going to reach out to you soon or you're going to reach out to them. And in that respect, they see the opportunity to heal together and really start a whole new beautiful cycle. For others of you, you have an ex going way back. Like, I don't think it's your most recent ex. I think it's someone even before them. And this person is very toxic. They stalk you. I think they drive by your house. I think they stalk you online. They might call your phone number just to hear you answer and hang up. Or if they know, like, you close your phone at night when you go to bed, they might call it just to hear your voice, like on the voicemail. Like, that's, on the voicemail greeting. So this person is just really, really obsessed with you. I do think that they may be contacting you, or you may be running into them somewhere. They're going to put on this charade, all smiles, that they've changed and their life is great and all this stuff. From their energy, I just don't see that changing at all. I think they're probably more toxic now than they were before. I think they've dated a lot of people between when they were with you and them. Not that it's any consequence, but I just think they went right into dating. Like, they did no healing. They just tried replacing you with one person after another, after another, after another. And whatever toxic traits they had, they just increasingly became worse. For others of you, where you're, maybe happily single or happily married and everything is going great, I see the possibility this week for you to talk to your significant other, or if you're single, to begin planning some type of travel or vacation. I think for some of you, it's a place going back to your childhood. So maybe like family reunion, making plans to maybe go to a wedding, or some reconnecting with family, possibly family in other states, or family that live far enough away. You might have to take a train there, I'm hearing, or a plane, something like that. For some of you, I mean, you're going to drive there, but I feel like it's more like far away travel. And for others of you, you're actually planning like international or thinking about international travel within the next year, but it's something you're thinking about right now, like some sort of retreat or some sort of getaway, something like that. Could be with a group of friends, because I have quite a few players here on the table. So it could be something like that. You could be the individual in charge of maybe putting together these plans for the group, these travel plans for the group or something like that. But it's sort of like, hey, let's just take a couple of weeks and see the world, or let's take 4 weeks and see the world kind of thing. So that's really neat for those of you that are able to do that. And the reason why I say within 1 year is because this is like you're slowly and methodically trying to plan this out, whether it's for yourself or for a group of people. And for me, Pentacles are a year, and the Knight of Pentacles is holding 1 pentacle. So for some of you, this trip could be like within the next 12 months, but it's this week where you're starting to think about it and talk about it and plan it. Other than that, I think everything looks really good for you, Scorpio. I'm going to draw you some letters now for the week. This could be the first or last initial of an individual you're dealing with, or maybe even your name. You could write these letters down and see if they spell out a particular word. That'll help you further confirm these messages for you today. And if they don't resonate, that's okay. They're not for everyone. So just take it how it resonates and don't force anything. Okay. C's been coming up for like half of them this week. So C, L, I, A, H, W, G, and Y. We have C, L, I, A, H, W, G, and Y. If you like this message, if any part of it resonated with you, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, Scorpio, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.